Right, so off we go.
I know that the director Bruce Hendricks, having introduced you on the Hannah Montana 3D concert movie, decides to pay a little homage to the Beatles' Hard Day's Night here in parts, and it's always a very dangerous thing, kind of comparing yourself to the Beatles. Did you go back and look at that movie? Was there certain things he said, let's have a look at these kind of ideas for this one?
I think it was definitely an inspiration for us. It's one of our favorite movies, not only with the fan moments in that film, but also the humor. I mean, it's a hilarious movie, and which we thought, we should make this a concert film, but really try to make it a full movie. And that's why we added those pieces in the beginning with the breakfast scene, and just some pieces to really make it feel like you're watching a film, and really give you a clear picture as to who we are.
You get a good clear picture of your fans as well, and I was just thinking the fact that you have some famous fans, like when you've got Barack Obama's daughter, is kind of crazy. Like, is it Malia or Amelia? I'm not sure. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
I'm not sure either.
Right,
Sasha Malia. Yeah.
Right, but that must get kind of surreal when there's people like that, everywhere. But just that idea that sort of devotion, you can see it in the film too, that there are people who would absolutely die just to meet you. I don't know whether that kind of still surprises you or still makes you feel a little bit strange. There's people out there who are obsessed.
It definitely always is still a surprise. You wake up every morning and then you realize, wow, I'm still doing this. This is crazy. And I think especially with the way our fans do, react and show their appreciation, you have a very high level of respect for them, and they do as well for us. And I think it's very, very special.
It's been kind of a bonkers 2 years, and certainly on screen with Camp Rock was a big breakthrough, and you've got Camp Rock 2 hopefully this year. I saw Night at the Museum 2 the other day. I saw you as beautiful cherubs flying around singing songs to Ben Stiller and Amy Adams. You've also got Jonas on television. But what fascinates me most is working with the Farley brothers. I don't know if IMDb have got this wrong, but you're doing Walter the Farting Dog, and the bonus Jonas Frankie's even in there as well.
There's always a lot of projects in the works. That was one that's up in the air, but looks like this summer we'll be focusing on our touring, and that'll be our main focus. And I think we're looking forward to that, and also the new album releasing. So we're going to be keeping busy in other ways.
Right. Well, when I thought of the Farley brothers, I was thinking, well, here's two guys who would certainly, somewhere between Dumb and Dumber and There's Something About Mary, their purity rings would have exploded, given the sort of people that they are. I don't know how that side of the fact that you are public figures and you have got a certain amount of obligation to fans and to your beliefs. And is that always very easy, especially when you're stepping out with incredibly beautiful women like Taylor and Camilla and all those sort of things? I don't know whether the purity ring gets kind of hot and itchy, or whether it's always, this is okay, I'm a good Christian, I can handle this.
I think for us, it's about just taking all of us one step at a time. And that goes back to the music and our day-to-day lives. And when it comes to our personal lives, we try to keep those personal.
Because I've got a pure evil ring. It's like a purity ring, but it's Irish. If you need to borrow it, it's great fun. You can just do anything you like with this ring, but you have to take it off when you go to bed, because otherwise it gets a bit crazy. I should mention too that in all highly successful pop bands, from Take That, Spice Girls, everybody, there's always one that goes off the rails and either ends up in jail or kibbutz or worse, Scientology. Is there a sense already that maybe one of you is trouble? Because there's always that notion that somebody's got some sort of gene in them. You just know if we ever go off the rails, he's going to go first.
I don't think
I reckon it's Joe. Joe has a look about him.
Wow, that's a little rough. I don't think anyone ever goes, yep, I'm gonna be a mess in my life. I don't think anyone really does that, but we really hope not, at least. And we're just, like Nick said, taking every day one step at a time, and enjoying every minute of this. It's an amazing ride, and we're very appreciative of what we have, and we remember what it was like not to have the fans, and traveling around in the buses and doing things like that, and being able to even tour. So it's really nice.
I should say, Kevin, you were born in Teaneck, New Jersey. Joe, you popped out in Casa Grande, Arizona. Nick, you were born in Dallas, Texas, and young Frankie was born in Wyckoff, New Jersey. Were your parents Paul and Denise fugitives? Were they on the run? Was there kind of how they always seem to be on the move?
Yeah, they just were really involved in music and things like that. So always kind of traveling around and whatnot.
Yeah. I've got to go, but Irish. You've got Irish, Italian, German, and you've got Cherokee Indian.
Yeah.
It sounds like an amazing night. Do you know where the Irish roots come from, or?
Our grandfather's side, so on my mom's side, so it's kind of there's a lot in there, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's all the talent and good looks comes from there. You know that, right?
Exactly.
That's of course.
Rock and roll. Okay, guys.
Awesome.
Nice
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.